for a front headlock. I want to rest my shoulder right here in the middle of the shoulder blades and get up on my toes. All right. This hand that's underneath is going to go up. The back of my hand's right in his armpit. This hand is going underneath. Thumbless grip. And I'm going to scoop low with my elbow like this. Scoop low and squeeze my elbows together. That's going to force his elbow off the mat and across his body. It's going to look like this. All right, it's very uncomfortable. Okay, and I have a lot of room to move. I can move this way and then this way. Shuck it by and take his back. Does that make sense to everybody? All right. I know I've shown that a million times. Okay. All right. So we're going to start from the front headlock. Okay. Nice and tight. All right, we're going to make the transition. We're going to shoot this arm through. As we transition, we're going to rotate our hands to vice grip. All right? So our hands, we're like this. This hand's up in his armpit, right? We're going to rotate through and come to here. To right here. All right, I'm going to squeeze my elbows together. Because if I don't, Steven can get his head out, okay? So I'm going to squeeze my elbows together, and I'm going to drop this hand, this shoulder below his shoulder. Nice and tight. I'm pulling in, and I'm pushing with my shoulder. So I'm cutting off the flow of blood with my wrist and with my shoulder, pressing his shoulder into his other carotid. All right? This is nice and tight. I can make it very uncomfortable for Steven right now. Okay, very, but I'm not gonna, all right? Technique we're going to go over is what, guys? Remember Peruvian NeckTie, okay? So I'm going to step up deep past his arm, right in his armpit, to here. All right, I'm staying tight. I'm going to roll to my butt and slide my leg over. All I'm going to do now is kickstart the motorcycle. All right? All I'm doing is I'm here. My hands are staying straight, and I'm just kick-starting the motorcycle. This leg is doing nothing but simply stopping him from roll. Does that make sense? All right, so one more time. Like all right. Front headlock position, nice and tight. Okay, I get this elbow across. I shoot it through and rotate my hands. All right, I want to get low. I step over into his armpit. I roll to my back, okay? Clay's really tiny, so I gotta be really tight with this technique, all right? Now I'm gonna finish. Guys, look where his elbow is right now. Where's it at? It's in between my legs, right? His elbow is in between my legs. So when I do this, what do I have? The triangle. You see it? Everybody come look. Come over here, dude. All right. See the triangle? All right. Angles create strangles, guys. All I'm going to do is kickstart the motorcycle and deadlift. He's going to tap. All right. I know you guys seen that a bunch of times. Okay, so go ahead, pair up. I go to vice grip. All right. I step over for Peruvian. I want to step deep, okay? All right? And then I go to finish. And I'm trying. But guess what? For some reason, I can't get it. Steven's got a tough neck, okay? So I'm going to take this hand, and I'm going to dig it deep. And I'm squeezing my knees together.
Oh, wow.
He's already tapping. All right? When he lands, I want his shoulder in my crotch. Does that make sense? Not his arm, his shoulder in my crotch. This is tight.
I don't think I've ever felt my shoulder stretch before.
All right. So Steven's got really. I was like, great. All right. So I'm in nice and tight. Okay. I step over for Peruvian. All right. I come here. I'm trying to get it, and I can't. I'm kick-starting my motorcycle. I can't get it. The hand that's on top is going to reach deep. And I'm just going to rip. Okay, here's what's important, guys. I have to start squeezing my knees now. Does that make sense? Okay? And I'm just ripping. Squeezing my knees. I'm in vice grip position, okay? Remember, shoulder is lower than his shoulder, all right? This bone right here is in his neck, all right? This hand is over the top, squeezing her elbows together, squeezing everything in tight, okay? I'm gonna step over, roll to my side, come around. Now, I'm trying to get Peruvian, I can't get it. I'm gonna go underneath and start going for arm bar. All right, if I start to go, where I was gonna roll, as he comes, his head comes out. Then I come to here, okay? Now I'm just gonna put my foot on the mat and turn, okay? First one, all I gotta do is I'm just gonna push his head away. Remember with a regular triangle, I pull down and arch my hips up? Well, now I'm gonna push his head away. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can go this way.
What about the other way?
6.
What would be wrong with that way?
You can go this way. 7. Okay, but the thing is that he's gonna have problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you want to hunt for it. All right. But now the last one, guys. I'm gonna turn and just set up into him. All right. If that doesn't work, let's say my opponent rolls on his side this way, tries to roll this way. Okay. All I have to do is start looking for this foot. That makes sense? All right. So as you're ripping him over, his head is going to slide out. That makes sense to everybody?
So as he turns into his back to the mat.
Yeah, his head's going to slide out. And that happens a lot more than you think. Okay? Pair it up, do it a couple times. Step up, fall down. Clay's going to push my leg off his head. And I'm going to simply transition to here, okay? This arm is going to get out, all right? Because he's trying to force it through, because he knows he's starting to get choked. Does that make sense? All right? All I'm going to do is I'm going to S-grip. Now he's in an arm triangle guillotine. Does that make sense? Because I have a head and arm on one side of my body. I'm going to fall to my back, but look, guys, I don't want any space between, I don't want to be down here. If I can see neck, it's a bad choke. Does that make sense? All right? I want to be up here, nice and tight. I want to push off the hip, leg curl, and I'm going to try to touch my ear with the back of my hand. So I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do an oblique crunch by pushing off the hip. Does that make sense, everybody? All right, one more time. Uno más, por favor.
Yahweh!
All right, right in here, I step up, I roll, all right, so Clay pushes it off, I transition, right to here, all right, and then I'm just gonna, I don't want no space, so I'm almost doing a crunch, push down, nice and tight. You okay? All right.